Stage 3 of the Santos Tour Down Under, setting off from Unley, which was on the original tour route back in 1999, as indeed was Victor Harbour. Total distance of 134 kilometres and 131 riders still in the race. Just the 2 riders suffering that first day crash, Jürgen Roland with a damaged vertebrae and Frédéric Guédon with a fractured pelvic hip. So the riders rolling out, Paul. It's a 9-kilometre neutralised section before we get to the race start proper today.
But once the race starts proper, it goes out onto the Southern Expressway. We can expect it to be very fast indeed at that point, because that really has turned out to be quite a tradition. And as we get onto the expressway, there's already a 4-man leading group forming at the head of this race.
So this is the situation now as they move out. It's 134 kilometres. The wind is going to be troublesome, and there was hardly any wind at all in Unley. But once they broke clear of the Adelaide suburbia, they're feeling the wind now. These are the 4 riders who have set this pace all day. De Gent, Bramir joined them quickly when they made the break after 2 kilometres. Bakelants and Vergenhoff. This is the top of the King of the Mountains climb at Selix Hill. So a new leader in the Skoda competition, because Thomas De Gent going clear. He would pull on the jersey tomorrow, having added points, and nobody else here scoring before this day. There's the peloton at the moment, 5 minutes back.
But on this occasion, on stage 3, the riders not really giving that much of an advantage to the breakaway as we came into the next point of the day at Mount Compass. 65 kilometres covered, a very big sprint for the Jayco sprint competition, and once again showing a very fast pair of wheels to everybody else in the breakaway. Thomas De Gent getting himself maximum points ahead of Bakelants of Nissan Trek, and of course Vergenhoff in 3rd place for Katusha.
Interesting that De Gent not giving anything to anybody, but stealing the show and the points in the Jayco sprint competition there. The peloton passing through here a minute and 50 seconds behind and closing in rather rapidly. Well, they had to race pretty rapidly, because on the descents moving away towards Goulwa, the leaders were going down at just on 90 kilometres an hour. That's about 55 miles an hour.
Well, on the run into Goulwa and the next sprint at 89 kilometres covered, it was Vergenhoff who in fact started to wind up for the sprint, then challenged by Bakelants. But one man proving this week that he wants to have as much money as possible in his backseat is the man in the blue shorts there, because that once again, Thomas De Gent, as the line started to approach, gets himself maximum points and another 3 seconds time bonus in his back pocket.
So a 6 seconds bonus in the Jayco sprints. There's 2 of them every day for Thomas De Gent there. And now the peloton really are snapping at the heels. So the field coming together as they raced into the town of Victor Harbour. A very tortuous approach to the line. And Sky, led by Matthew Heyman, were trying to set it up for Edvald Boysenhagen.
Yes, but all the other sprinters queuing up behind. That's Mark Renshaw in 3rd or 4th position there. Also not very far away, the big Andre Greipel from Germany.
So as a little bit of shoulder bouncing goes on down there, the line up for the finish now, as Sky, desperate for a victory here, are chasing what looks like to be Mark Renshaw on the right of the road. But as they lined up for the finish now, Sky were being challenged by none other than Greipel on the right, Boysenhagen in the centre, Hutrovic in the white, and Andre Greipel wins in history his 10th stage of the Santos Tour Down Under. His 2nd so far in 3 days. He now rivals Robbie McEwen, who holds the record with 12 stage wins. Here's what he's got to say.
Yeah, this was for Jürgen. He's in hospital, and yeah, we wanted to win today, and the team was awesome again. We are nearly 3 riders down, but the guys rode their ass off again today and kept me in a good position for the sprint.
And it also put him in a great position to pull on the Oka Leaders jersey again, which he'd lost yesterday. Now he will try and defend this on Bupa-sponsored stage 4 between Norwood and Tanunda tomorrow, 130 kilometres, but there are 2 big climbs along the way.